Why hello there, fellow mechanitors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Pacifists. Episode 6. Our colony needs more mechs. Alright, Turtle. Your spot ready to be moved in. And then the last will be Nightbird, but Nightbird already has a pretty decent bedroom, so it's not urgent. Inspired creativity for Crimson. Oh boy, so she has a construction of 14. What the hell should she make? I don't have enough cloth for a poker table. I'm missing 10. So I could do a dining table. What to make? Double bed, dining table, throne. I could also do chess. Poker's probably better than chess, but I could still do chess. Shelves are impossible. Shelves don't have quality. So you can't have high quality shelves. Yeah. So we'll go with those. Double bed, dining table, throne, or chess. Give me just a minute to go to that. Altar doesn't have a quality either. So in terms of our recreation rooms, your pew, I guess, has quality, but that's about it. And then if we wanted to do a throne, we could do just a regular meditation throne, because I don't have the gold for a grand one, and I don't have a method to source the gold at the moment. This is also the reason why we do technically have enough gold for a royal bed, but I want to have my gold be earmarked for the multi-analyzer, so I didn't want to use up my gold. Because we don't have a source of gold, a known one yet. There's Turtle's bedroom. So I'm going to reset this just so that you know it's going to be a regular throne, not a grand one. So it's a throne that is not going to be enough for all of his potential royal ranks. Because you require a grand throne at, what, night? Or higher? It's Baron? Praetor? No? Baron? Baron. Baron is when it kicks in. Which is a long time from now. I'm just letting you know that. Just so you can make an informed decision. Okay. Venoms are getting a little impressive. It's going to be happy pawns. And then I was going to plop a wooden door here so we can move a little bit more easily around the base. In fact, I could do a wooden door here too. That makes plenty of sense to me. I just need to make sure to wall this up before we cook, because it's very dirty at the moment. Okay, I will say dining table's gonna win. I'm gonna make the biggest possible dining table, and then we're gonna make it out of... You know what? I could actually make it out of silver. So let's do that. I'm gonna come down here and mine up the silver and make a silver dining table. So the only person I want mining will be Crimson, because she's faster at it. She's gonna run down there, mine a whole bunch of silver, haul it up, and make a silver dining table, because this is the best material I have available to me. Because actually, let me double check. Yeah, that's the best available material I have available to me for a table. Ooh, actually, yeah, 950. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Did you mine some and then just walk away? Yeah, you did. Looking good. I like our little anthill base. You feel sorry for whoever has to pause at the table? It's not a fun task, that's for sure. Yeah, pretty good bedrooms. I'm surprised Randy has, like, been so tame. I'm sure I'm jinxing it, but not a lot of raids. It's not that I'm sporting a whole lot of... Ooh, we already finished Tox Gas? Guys, you're reading the Geneva book, the violation of Geneva book a little hard there, I think. But who am I to judge? So I'm hoping to have Crimson like mine out all this silver before she returns back to the base. So I think I'm gonna just create a temp zone here and just like not let her leave until she's done. So she doesn't like go back and forth, because that's a real big waste of time. And once some of the chunks are removed from this area, because they're annoying, I'll have Quantum go back to research. So that's enough chunk removal. Quantum, research is a go. It's not exactly urgent to get Nightbird into a proper bedroom, because that bedroom is fine, but like, we'll move her when we've got the time. RCV, stop interfering. RCV is trying to haul, but like, okay, now RCV, you can interfere. Question: bedrooms are almost done. So, what should I build next? Ideology room, more security, workshop, stock room, grow light, farm, and power or viewer. I'm also going to add to this list the gestation room or other viewer suggestions. 2.5 minutes to vote on that. Gestation room is to make more mechs. So the mech tier that we have right now, basic mech tech, we could get some Militors, clean sweepers, or aggro hands. I probably don't need aggro hands, but I could do a clean sweeper to help keep the base clean, or Militors to help keep the base protected. Not unreasonable, I think. And I think for now, even though this eventually will be finer floors, to keep the filth down, I'm just going to tile it up like that. And don't worry, I see him making this. I'm going to stop him and have Crimson finish. Excellent is all I got. Okay. Fine, I guess. Let's put it in. I'm gonna put it here, I think. Symmetry be slightly damned. It's fine. It seats enough. That's what matters. Meals, what is going on? Tim, you were not cooking. Because yes, that would be my fault. Alright, there we go. So, Rec Room is definitely more impressive, but like, I wish it was nicer. Looks like it's a tie between Stockpile and Gestation. I'm going to be the tiebreaker. I'm going to make a Stockpile. Because I can't really use my defensive area with the resources where they are now. So I'm going to make a stockroom here, 9 by 13. So that you can move this stuff down there, and then this stuff can... Then this stuff won't be destroyed if I have combat in this area. We're still not quite done with the bedroom, but, you know, it's fine. And you're getting fed? Yeah, you're getting fed. You're getting fed fine meals. Are we out of fine? We have 3 fine meals left. And you're gone in 1.6 days, so we don't need to cook any more fine meals, so let's remove that from the bill. It's not even in the bill. Never mind. $11 and $67. Okay, they're being charged. The reason that I'm concreting everything is it helps cut down filth because rough stone is a filth generator. So if it's concrete, we kick up a lot less filth, and I mean the base is already filthy enough as it is. Once we get a clean sweep, it'll be a little bit better. Can I look up what the silver table is worth? Sure. 1440. Put it in perspective, the billiards is about half that. So it's worth more than the silver we put into it, but like not by much. We put 950 into it. It's worth 1440 as a result. Which makes sense. I mean, you know, it's silver plus labor, but it still kind of sucks. Are we out of power? No, I just don't have a cable nearby. Got it. Now that we have, walls, I can start to embed my cables in the walls. I am going to remove... I'm going to mine some of this out so that we can build brick, stone walls, rather. And I know my freezer ceases to be a freezer while I do this. But I hate clicking the hidden conduit when I'm trying to, like, not click on it. So I'm gonna do that for my sanity. And now is, like, the worst time to cook, dude. Because it's filthy as hell, so don't. World Tribute Collector. I don't have anything for you. But you can hang out. That won't hurt. Okay. It's just a nice to have, not a need to have, but we'll get it done. So the stock room's obviously going to need a lot of shelves. I'm having Tim carve up all the stone. We'll turn that into shelves, and then we'll have a place to put our stuff that doesn't fill our stock room. Oh! Cobra dead. Cheers. I am so tempted to just be like, hey, hey Tim, call the Diabolus while I have a real tribute here. But obviously I'm not gonna do that. That would be evil. Oh, I cut the power there. Oops. Alright, power grid's a little bit cleaner now. So, stockroom. Let's do this thing. Eventually, I'll have a, some sort of, like, workshop crafting room attached to the stockroom. But for version 1.0 of the stockroom, we'll just have to be full of shelves. And I'm not going to go overboard with the shelves. I'm going to have fewer than the full room, because we probably don't need to fill the room. So this is going to be linked, it's going to be low priority, and it's going to be whatever's default is fine. So there's room to expand the stockroom, and the idea is we'll have a workshop either here or here in the future, so that the goods don't have to move very far from stockroom into workshop. But the concept is I want to remove everything out of this area so it can't get destroyed when there's combat in there. So this will be actually set to normal, and then I'll have a floor stockpile on low as overflow. Overflow in buildings, because buildings can't be put on shelves. There we go. Strapping is leaving, and we're gonna get the advanced component in silver for it. Once Quantum moves them. Easy peasy. And a gift of a machine pistol. Well, that's a funny gift for, you know, pacifists to receive. The gestation chamber did tie with the stockroom, so I'll be doing that next. Once I get the stuff out of here stored. And then we'll plop a trade beacon down there so that we can actually sell the stuff that's in the stockroom. So a mech gestation room should be adjacent to the stockroom. So let's do mech gestation here, and eventually a workshop here. And this freezer tunnel will run... Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. This will run like this, and then these rooms will just run lower. Because this hallway directly connects to where the coolers will be. So I can build the workshop, like, on the other side or something. So, gestating mechs. And we'll dig a little area for them. And for now, I'm going to make this a smaller room, and eventually it will grow. You know, as we add mechs to our entourage. Oh, a marriage. Well, if, yeah, we're gonna get some inspirations, I think. Come on, turtle. Move it. And Nightbird is 19 days of, paralysis. If you were wondering. Nice, 120 impressiveness. It's not much of a wedding, but it's something. Our entryway is almost cleared of debris. Especially the frag grenades. That'd be really bad if they exploded. It would just, like, take out a turret. Missing out on another party? I know. Well, technically the last party was, like, canceled, so you missed out of that. But, like, how do you even have outdoor needs? What? You've never been outdoors. I mean, not since you arrived. This here is a mech gestation room. I think what I'm going to start to do is to put, in rooms that have, like, expensive stuff, I'll put doors that can close. So the concept is, like, we leave the entire base open normally. But in the case of a raid where we think we're going to be overrun, we can always shut these doors for security. And the first thing we're going to do is to move the recharger in there. And multi-analyzer research just got done, so let's get one of them built. Quantum, you can start delivering for it. Apparently I'm out of steel, which doesn't surprise me given how much I use it. Closest steel to the base. here, maybe? Yep. We'll go mine that out. And then the other part of this is we are going to want a mech gestator. And I am smoothing out the, or I was planning on it, I got interrupted. Smoothing out these walls so we can embed the cables in the walls. So I don't have cables like all over the floor everywhere. It makes sense to have them in the kill box because I need like dead power to connect to. But it doesn't make sense to have like cables everywhere, all over the place elsewhere. And there we go. Plenty of steel. Valencia's Revenge. Hi, Stellark. Asked us to, yeah, rescue. Okay, yep, I really can't do rescues. Sorry. And I'm not about to attack a mining site or a hunting site. So I can ignore that too. And this is Sprouts, which is not great because it's like adjacent to my Nutrifungus, but whatever. And Quantum just got an inspired recruit. So we're getting a lot of inspirations. Hopefully we get like the opportunity to take prisoners. At this point, I can prop open this door. So the default path into the base is here. And then if I want them to go through the traps, I can close that door. So now we're poised to potentially take more prisoners, which is good. And this bedroom is really truly ready for Nightbird. So I think what I'm going to do is to move Tim's bed here for Nightbird and then put Tim in the better bed. Because Tim... The rest effectiveness of a bed for someone that doesn't get out of bed doesn't matter. She can sleep slowly. There's no reason for her to sleep fast. And then, with the multi-analyzer researched, I wanted to go for fabrication, because fabricator is going to be really important research for us if we want to make mechs, because obviously they're going to cost a lot of components. And there's finite components that we can source from this map tile from just like digging, so being able to make components is vitally important in the long run. All right, Crimson, you did an excellent job. That's an extra, like, 1,000 steel that you probably mined up. Perfect. God, we have so many inspired recruits. We really want to add people to our roster. We just haven't had the opportunity yet. A heat wave. That's fine. September. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. Our caves are already naturally pretty cold because of the overhead mountain, so I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Another thing I wanted to do, and hadn't done yet, is some batteries. So I don't have a lot of steel, but I'm going to put some batteries down so we can start storing power, because I barely have any grid excess. And as I expand the chem gens, you know, I'm gonna want to store power so that I don't necessarily need all the chem generators on at all time. Once I have fabrication up, I'll be pulling about next research, so if you want me to go for geothermal, we'll have the opportunity to do that. There we go. Alright, smoothing out the walls so we can actually power up the gestator. And the first thing I'm going to gestate is a clean sweeper, just because stuff's dirty. It'd be nice to have it not dirty. Pretty straightforward. And even though I don't have the clean sweeper yet, I'm going to do a raffle timer for it. So raffle time is up for the soon-to-be manufactured clean sweeper. Did Nightburn get the good bed over Tim? No, Tim has the excellent bed. And then everyone else is good beds. It's all correct. Well, there we go. How is this plugged in? Oh, it can reach. Okay. So clean sweeper's in. And gestating. Ooh, more uranium ore. Almost next to the original uranium. Nice. I guess, now that I think about it, well, it doesn't really matter, but these doors probably, hey, Crimson, thank you for the cheer. These doors probably should be made of granite for security, for strength. And then propped open. And I can start to do that with the steel doors too. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of nutrifungus. So our nutrifungus got real low because we've been doing the high quality meals, but now with this giant plot, we're growing 133 plus 291 nutrifungus, so I think it will be fine. So now that we have the mech gestator, what to build next? I'm also going to add work towards signal chip as a goal. It's not to build next, but a signal chip would be taking down a Diabolus. And taking down a Diabolus might mean building a whole lot of spike traps to basically just spike trap the thing to death. And then to also damage our monument so that we have sparrows helping. And then once the sparrows fail, because I don't think the sparrows are going to be able to take it out, we'll spike trap it, if that's what you want. And that would unlock the standard mech tech to be able to give us the ability to make Cyclopses, Pikemen, Scorchers, Scythers, Tunnelers, etc. And I'll probably want to gestate maybe some Militors in the meantime, but I can leave that up to you. The other thing I want in this room is a subcore encoder as well. So I can start to make more cores. I'm also going to need more compacted steel. And it might not be a bad idea to add additional turrets into my defensive room. So more security is also a totally reasonable task. All right, home zone. Yep, they're still good. 6 includes 2 in a certain way? It does. It It definitely does. You also do more lifters. And you're down to 16 days of paralysis. Needle's moving. Not fast, but it's moving. And in order to waste more steel, yes, I know, I set it myself, I'm going to lay out some better cabling. And here's the subcore encoder. We still have 4 more basic cores, subcores, so I don't need to be using it immediately, but eventually we're going to want it. Flare. Boo. Well, the good news about the flare is it means that everyone just like hauls stuff for a bit. Gestation complete. Clean sweepers out. Right when the raffle timer's done. So we've got a Crimson Rust clean sweeper. Nothing like a rusty sweeper, right? I don't think it actually can come out during the solar flare, though. Yes, stockpile option is done. I should have gotten rid of that. So it looks like we're going to work towards the signal chip. That means likely just a bunch of spikes. Bunch more spike traps, and then the doors in order to rearm the spike traps. And then I'm gonna mine out the other half of the like entryway with some curvature here to allow for more turrets to be installed. I'm gonna go overkill, not underkill, because I'm a little worried about, you know, enemies. Crimson Rust, you're going to be restricted to home zone, because I don't really need you going anywhere else. Okay, that's symmetrical now. Wasn't before. Cheers. Oh god. Be careful. I don't like seeing that. No, I mean, if a mech goes splat, we just repair it, replace it. If a human goes splat, slightly more complicated. So this can make the basic subcores out of steel and components. And I don't yet have the workshop for, you know, making components, but we're still researching fabrication, so that's coming. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld The Pacifists, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon one time only. Because it was streamed one time only, feedback cannot be incorporated, so there's no need for it in the comments. But if you have any questions for me, let me know down below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios.